Corporate tyranny and how it affects you and me. In my last video, I shared about how you can get people to do what you want in the workplace without disrespecting them. And so this video is targeted at people in corporate organizations or families or just anywhere where human beings relate with each other. Corporate tyranny. What is tyranny? Of course, you know a tyrant is someone who rules like a dictator. A tyrant is a dictator. A tyrant is a despot, somebody who gets things done without caring how people feel. He doesn't care if he derogates them. He doesn't care if he demeans them, if he insults them. He will run them down and do anything just to achieve his purpose. Now, in my years of working, I've had my fair share of dealing with tyrants. Like I said earlier, tyrants are not necessarily bad people, but they might have had a problem in the way they were raised, maybe the upbringing, or maybe the way they were even trained on the job, or maybe societal pressure or societal shaping made them who they turned out to be. I remember a particular person I worked with one time, and she was so harsh and hard because she believed that was the way to get things done. Yeah, people feared her, and they did the things she wanted. But I wonder if the results were really what we wanted to get. Because people, rather than work voluntarily or work from their hearts, people began to do things out of fear. And there was a lot of tension in the atmosphere. In fact, I remember one time, these things I'm telling you, you think they were taken out of a movie. One time, one of the boys did something, and then she asked him to write 1,000 times on an exercise book, "I will never do this again." I mean, this was years ago. I mean, this guy came out of school, okay, even though they came out as OND students, right? And so they were having their IT with the organization. Another lady, one of them, stepped out. She wanted to go and wee. And this lady told her to go back into the cubicle. Say, go and wee in your cubicle. I mean, I've seen people treat other people like they are not humans. Like they don't exist, like they don't have an opinion, that like working for you in an organization means they will not have a life. I've met them over and over again, tyranny. And I'm sure some of you listening or watching now, you will actually testify that you probably have had that experience too. So, I had an issue with tyrants. I had an issue with tyranny, and I will not accept it. I made it clear that respect is different from fear. Maybe in my earlier years, I tolerated them. There was one that I worked with, and she would scream all over the place from morning till evening. I mean, she would scream at us, and she ruled us by screaming. It got so bad that one day, okay, back then we used to have these glass, these glass doors, right, where you have restricted areas. So we're supposed to say restricted area, keep off. And so whoever printed it on paper wrote restricted, keep off. And then the staff began to tease the woman because she was always shouting. She'd be as soon as you open those glass doors, you'd meet her shouting. They said, this is a restricted area. They began to laugh at her, say, dogs, beware of dogs, keep off. I mean, it was so bad. But she felt it worked for her. The only time that she spoke in low tones was sometime towards evening when she'll be speaking with somebody we assumed was a guy. So she'll be talking like them. Oh my, those were our best moments. I mean, there were times when she'd call me and just pick up the phone and scream, "My girl, yeah." And then I'm on the other end of the phone. It's supposed to be an intercom, but there was no need for the phone. I'd keep it away and just listen to her because I could hear her shouting already. I mean, so these people are not bad people. These people are not terrible people, and I don't hold anything against them because if they knew better, they'd act better. I believe now, wherever they might be, in different parts of the world where they might be, they'd be better people. They would have learned a lot of things and learned better ways of working with people. We had people who terrorized others, ran them down, said all sorts of things about them, ridiculed them just because they came to work in an organization. Now listen, tables turn. The fact that you are the boss today doesn't mean that you can't be working under one of those your staff tomorrow. Tables turn. That person who is working with you as a subordinate will someday be sitting on tables where recommendations are made, and you'll be in a position to mention your name. So when you treat people, always separate the job from the person. You are doing a job, but remember that that job is not going to end here. I think yesterday I had a chat with somebody who I had worked with, and we have a very good relationship because he was in a position where he could be a tyrant, where he could judge people and deal with them and hammer. Whatever he says will stand. But he handled it with wisdom. He did his job well, absolutely professional. He didn't make enemies except there was need to make enemies, and it was absolutely on the job. And then we still have good relations. But there are many others that I've worked with that I probably don't have relationship. There's no need to call them because, yeah, we are not enemies, but they did not represent themselves well. They did not represent the organization well. Maybe the organization would have praised them that they were getting results, but they were damaging people. So your figures are rising, but you are damaging the people that are working with you. There is tyranny in the workplace. There is tyranny in a lot of corporate organizations. And it's something we should speak up against. So I made it clear to them. I respect you, but I do not fear you. I will respect you. I will do my job. I will take it that whatever you say is towards making me a better person. I'm going to improve on myself. I'm going to keep stretching and keep getting better, but I will not fear you. And so I'm saying to you out there who your boss is threatening or terrorizing and all that. Most time what they threaten you with is loss of job. He doesn't give jobs. Even his own job is not secure. His own job can be taken away tomorrow. I remember something that happened one time. Someone who threatened us that he was going to make us lose our jobs or transfer us to another brand. Before I knew, he was moved out of the organization. So if you're a tyrant, maybe it was not deliberate. Maybe that's what they told you, that's the way to treat humans. Begin to have a rethink. These people are growing. Life is progressive. These people are growing. They are going to have kids. You are going to have kids. They may be in a position to help your kids tomorrow, or your kids might interact with them sometime in the future, or you might even go knocking on the door of his organization for a job. Think about it. Think deeply about it. So I'd like to know what you think in the comment section. I want to know if you have ever experienced tyranny of any form, while working your working years, and let me know what you think about it. My name is Mike Owangwa. It's been nice talking with you. Bye-bye.